How can you become an authority in your specific real estate market? If you do this correctly, you will be seen as the expert in your niche in your real estate market. And this is what's going to make people call you instead of you calling them. It's going to make them want to book calls with you, book appointments with you, which is going to lead you to be able to close them, sign contracts, get commissions, and turn them into lifelong clients. So in this video, I have a 6-step process to make you the authority in your business when all online. So I'm super excited to share this with you today, and let's get right into step number 1. Step number 1 is, you know what, actually, I'm going to go through all the steps so you have an overview of it, and then we'll dive into each one in particular. So this is how the 6-step process works. Number 1 is find market. Number 2, answer their questions and problems. Number 3, choose a really great headline. Number 4, create content. Number 5, have a call to action. Number 6, monetize this whole strategy. Okay, so for number 1, you have to choose a market. So there are so many markets to choose from as a real estate agent. We really do have it pretty lucky. I chose real estate investing because that was something I was super interested in and passionate about. So I'm going to use that a lot as an example throughout this video for the different steps. But you can choose anything. It could be buyers, sellers, investors, baby boomers, first-time home buyers. There's so many things to choose from. And moving into step number 2, you want to get into their headspace of what questions do they have, what problems do they have. So for an investor, if that was my market that I'm trying to become an authority in, then I'm going to want to think about what their problems are, what their questions are. So it could be, how to analyze a property, how to choose a location, how to hire, or questions to ask for screening tenants. Where to find cash flowing properties. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on. A really good tool to use in order to figure out what it is that your market is asking for is to use Google Keyword Planner. So it's free to use as long as you can just create a Google AdWords account and go into Google keywords, and they will you'll be able to look at what people in your market are searching for on Google. You can also just go ahead and type into Google anything about real estate investing, for example, see what Google prompts for you and brings up so that you can see what people are searching for. Another great way to find out what questions people have is looking on online forums, looking at Udemy, which is an online course platform, looking at different real estate forums online, checking out Amazon, what types of books are created around your market, look at the comments, see what type of questions people are asking, stuff like that. So there's so many ways to find questions that your market is having. Just have one place where you can keep it. You can keep a running log of ideas that will give you one place to go to when it comes to creating your content. So what you're going to be doing is directing people to the answers of the questions that they have. So this is really cool. If you create something, let's say for an investor around how to analyze a property, for example, when you are working with clients, or you meet someone at an event or a party and they're asking you about real estate investing, how cool would it be if you were able to direct them directly to a piece of content that you created around their question? So if they said to you, I have no idea how to find a cash flowing property, how cool would it be if you said, instead of always having to answer it or always getting on the phone, having to explain the same thing over and over again, if you could just direct people to a blog post, a podcast, a YouTube video, you name it, an email, like whatever it is, if you had your specific answer to that question laid out in a piece of content you could just direct people to, you automatically look like an expert and a professional, somebody who's an authority in their market, because other people are not doing that. So this is a really great way to save time, leverage your time, so you're not answering the same questions over and over again, but instead you're being effective, you're leveraging your time, and you're positioning yourself as an expert in your market, which is really cool. So think about What prospects are asking you on a regular basis? What do clients ask you through the process of buying or selling? Really, write down all those questions and then systematically create content around that you can then direct people to. That's going to make you look like an expert right away. So your prospects are going to Google to look to the answers to their questions. If you position yourself as the expert, it just makes you, and you're answering those questions, it's just going to make you look like an authority and make people want to work with you. So the third step in the 6-part system is creating a really good headline. Because if you don't have a punchy headline that stops people in their tracks, we have zero attention span these days. We know this. You have to have something that's going to grab people's attention. So whenever you're creating a piece of content, it should have a really good headline attached to it. And a great place to go and like learn about headlines and get ideas for headlines for your content is magazines, again, forums, like titles of books on Amazon. What types of real estate events are happening around you? What are they calling that real estate event? Also, what is in the sales page of that event? What are people, what problems are they addressing? That's a really good place to get some ideas for copy around your content. I also like to use headline analyzers. So if you just type into Google free headline analyzer, you can, there's a ton of different free services that you can pull up, and you can, it will help you, give you a rating on what your headline is, and you can increase the effectiveness of your headline by adding things like emotional words, keeping it to a certain length, making it really stand out and make people stop in their tracks and want to read what you have to say. So step number 4 now is in creating that content. So for you in real estate, that's going to look like teaching people what you've already learned. Even if you're just starting out, you're a brand new agent, you have a ton of stuff that you can still offer a value because you're learning so much every single day. And maybe you can share something you've learned from an experienced agent. Maybe you can even interview one of the top sales agents in your office about what's going on in the market or what's going on in your specific market or niche. You can also teach your experiences. I love, behind the scenes looks at what's really going on in your business and your deals and what you're helping your clients overcome in terms of obstacles on a day-to-day basis with deals, which we know always is going to come up. And just really taking what you are learning and transferring that through to your audience and giving them your personal insight, your personal spin on what is happening in the market. That's always a great way to create that content. And when you're creating content, just choose one way to do it. I think video is the most effective way to warm people up that don't know you. Maybe you're more comfortable with audio in the form of a podcast. Maybe you're really great at social media on Instagram. You create those micro blogs in your posts. Whatever it is, choose a medium that you can stick to and just get stuff out there for your audience. Where are they hanging out? Then you can go and create content for them in that form of media. Okay, step number 5 is always have a call to action in your content. So this could be a soft call to action, it could be more of an aggressive call to action, but you want to be able to give people an opportunity to take that piece of content to the next level with you. So perhaps you have 5 tips on choosing an investment location, choosing the perfect investing location. Then your call to action could be contact me for another couple locations that many people don't know about or something like that. I'm just thinking off the fly here, but it just could be another way for them to get more content based on your post. It could be a way for them to ask specific questions to you about their situation. It could be to book a call with you, book an appointment with you. There's so many ways to do it, but you want to give people a chance to contact you to take them to the next step, because you're always in all of your content going to be, the ultimate goal is for you to book a call and then for that call to turn into an in-person meeting where you can close them on a listing or a sale. So booking a call is, you want to make it super easy for them to do. no pressure, just and that call or that contact or that, you know, DM or email, whatever it is, may just be a no pitch zone where you're just giving them strictly just more information, but you're still increasing that connection and interaction with people. So you have to use your judgment there based on what they're giving you. You don't want to always just like come in with the hard sell, but you do want to have that call to action to move them to the next level. Just take the temperature of the situation to know how you can move that relationship to the next level. So that's step number 5. The final step is monetization. So obviously that's where you're going to be converting those people from a cold prospect into a lead, into a warm lead, and then into a client. So the monetization again is going to come from, you know, selling a listing you may have that you can send them that may fit their criteria. It could be sending them a listing that would be a perfect investment opportunity for them. It could be getting them on the phone so that you can get a contract signed to help them purchase a property or sell a property, or meeting them in person. So you know what to do when it comes to that. But that's ultimately the final step of where we want to take people. And you want to show up with authority in everything that you do so that you are the expert in your market. And that's kind of the process that you're going to be moving people through. So again, it's choosing the right market. It's figuring out the questions and problems around that market, choosing an exciting and punchy headline to attract people to what you have to say, and creating content around what their questions and problems are. And then having a strong call to action, a call to action that's going to move your relationship, move the needle of your relationship to the next step. And then finally, monetizing that relationship in the form of contracts or selling a listing or booking an appointment. So I know that's a lot, but I hope you got value from it. And it's important to just remember to keep it simple and keep that in mind throughout every single one of these processes, and making it about your prospect and your market and not about yourself. And if you follow those steps and do it over and over again in everything you create online, then you will soon be seen as that authority in your market, because I'm telling you, not many people are doing it. And if somebody has a choice between choosing a realtor that is has a ton of content online that's solving a lot of their problems and questions, and somebody who is not and is just kind of out there promoting themselves and promoting their listings, they're going to choose you every single time. So really think about this. Have this as a system that you're going to create in your business if you want to take your business online and start attracting leads into your business. So if you got value from this, then please share it with another realtor that you think would benefit from it as well. And if you wanted to grab my free report on the 3 ways to generate quality real estate leads online, you can go to tesskeefe.com/leads, or I should have a link somewhere around this video. So I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.